Welcome back to WaterDeep. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
I don't know. Would you like to give a completely unbiased perspective of what happened?
Oh, of course, of course. You've completely ruined my plans with those words, but... Alright. So, we went to Raven's house for that lunch. After I woke up, and Millie and I are going to go on a date next week, or tomorrow, actually. Rail's a bastard. Rail's a warlock.
His friend is a bastard.
They're both bastards. One of them has counterspell, and that's bullshit. I wanted to charm them.
Reil is also a sexist piece of shit.
That was both of them, yeah.
No, it was specifically Reil. The other one was just curious if he's had a pink one before.
That's fair.
Sketch couldn't even charm a guy.
Well, it wasn't.
Couldn't even charm a guy.
Wasn't even trying to charm him. I was just trying to get information out of him.
And you failed.
Wrong body parts, Sketch. Wrong body parts.
Eh.
We
You can't get everyone.
told Raven's mom, Raven's older sister, whatever her name is. I don't take good notes. She went to the Castle Lanners, and I beat up the guy at front.
That was not canon.
Canon or not, it happened.
No, it didn't. You
Yes.
died. You lost.
No, it
Yep.
didn't. Yeah, that one. But the main takeaway from that is Rail's a bastard.
Pretty much.
I don't know. He doesn't look like a bastard.
Oh, but he is one.
Everyone knows he's one.
Just because he doesn't look like one doesn't mean he isn't.
I mean, I don't look like a changeling. That doesn't mean I'm not one.
That's fair. Alright, so you guys are waiting to be seen by Victorio Castellanter and introduced to, well, not introduced, but brought before Raven's sister. Oh, excuse me. So a little bit of time passes by, and finally, through the doors, see if I can get an accurate description of him. Actually, we got pictures.
There is a search bar at the top, so if you know his name at least, you can at least search in the player handout.
Yeah, I got him right here. I didn't even think about searching like the actual handouts, but we got it. It's loaded. Yeah, there's no actual handout for him. I don't know how much this is actually going to show you guys.
It just shows us the picture.
All right, perfect.
He wears gold.
He has a face.
He has a face.
That he does.
It is a smug-looking face.
A punchable face, if you will.
Well, not really.
An
all that
eldritch
punchable.
blastable face?
No,
I
he's
believe
not
so.
a bad guy. At least we don't know he is.
Everybody is an eldritch blastable face.
Everyone also has a stabbable face. That doesn't stop me from going around stabbing my knife into people.
It does.
I mean, you can if you want.
I am lawful neutral, damn it.
Hmm.
I don't just stab people because I want to. Anyway, we see him, and
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that it's not here. But anyways, so as he walks through, he says, "Greetings, friends. What brings you to my humble abode?"
I just do a little bow, because he is noble, he is nobility, and say, we apologize for coming into your abode unannounced, but we have an important discussion to have with Rifa. We were under the impression that she might be here.
Oh, yes, she arrived not long before you. Seeking some aid. But, sure, if you want, you guys can come into my study and we can all sit down and discuss.
Greatly appreciate it, Lord Castellander.
Please, please, call me Victoro. Refa, not refer.
Rifa.
Damn it, Sheev. Drive me nuts.
Also, kind of off topic, but America is weird in how it displays the date.
You're weird with how you display the date.
Why would you do the day before the
Good
month?
day.
Because it's the 24th of April.
It's the 20th of April.
You go, well, right now it's the 21st. You go
Not in the
smallest
real
to
world.
biggest day, month, year.
Nah.
Nah.
Seriously, that just entirely messes up the whole like calendar thing. Why the hell would you have them like say that everything was on a dial? Why the hell would you have the middle dial going like faster than the ones on the edges?
Well, it's not a dial. It's just a calendar. I just flipped that up.
You guys are weird.
Actually, I just have it on my phone.
John, what do you do?
What do I do? Usually
the day
go year, month, then the date thing. It is easier to read.
You guys are wrong.
America!
I actually want to see, is America the only place that does it month, day, year?
Genuinely do not know.
There's probably other.
All right. So you're brought into his office, and there are tall stacks of legal tomes and financial ledgers that rest atop his solid mahogany desk. There's a freestanding suit of bronze armor, complete with helm, gauntlets, and a greatsword that stands just inside the door. As you enter, you do see Raven's sister sitting at the desk, and she seems surprised to see you guys there. Victoria goes back around his desk and sits down and says, "Please, we are among friends here. What seems to be the issue?"
Yeah, Rifa, what seems to be the issue?
You guys came seeking me, not the other way around.
Well, if our assumptions are correct, and we remember hearing you correctly, you seem to not be all that fond of what your brother happens to be doing. Especially after we just told you he attacked our friend here.
Well, I've had my suspicions that he has been hanging around the wrong people, and today confirms it.
Well, he certainly did a number on Sheev.
And I must say, it hurt quite a bit.
And to put it bluntly, we want to fuck him up.
Your brother's a right bastard, he is.
He has his days. However,
Are they
you
all
know,
of them?
He said all girls are pink on the inside. I'm pretty sure you don't exactly want to. Pretty sure you don't want to really.
enough with the 420. Jesus Christ, guys.
I didn't even put that one together. Good job.
Stream's over. We're done.
Right there.
Done.
I have to
How
do
about
it.
this? We both get disadvantage. on
the
the next
negative
Yeah.
opposite of an inspiration. Roll a disadvantage all night. She says, "Yes, unfortunately, my brother can be a pig, which is why he turned down marrying Lord Castellanter's daughter."
So thank you for slapping him.
Well, I'm allowed to. Unfortunately,
Me specifically.
Unfortunately, if you guys were to take any action against him, you would be punished by the city. Because he would have charges pressed.
I mean, And I just looked at Raven. She could also press charges against him.
Well, my dear, I believe that self-defense might be a thing. I'm not sure, but I am a noble as well, so I'm sure I would get a little leeway. But let it be known, I did not attack him. He attacked me.
If it ever comes up, I will be sure to mention it. However, he's the noble of Waterdeep, and you are not. And
Well, so is she. I just point to Raven.
fair, but has
And
he
so are you.
actually attacked her?
Well, if we go to him, he might.
She thinks for a moment and says, "That's a very risky game."
She's stronger than you think. I'm sure. You might just see her as your little sister who is just going out into the world. But to us, she's helped take down a murderer, a bunch of cultists, some undead, and is strong enough to handle her own.
Plus, she's now a member of the Blackstaff Tower, so... Ta-da! And Sheev's kind of out of it right now, because he's still hurting.
Well, not that much. You got healed.
He's still hurting. He's not at full HP. He's hurting.
I mean, yeah, you still... I mean, how much HP do you have?
I have 27.
Out of what, 35?
33.
Yeah, you're only missing 6 hit points.
Not that bad.
Nah, Sheev's all hopped up on painkillers right now.
I'm on healing spells.
She says, "If you guys can find out where he is and take care of it, I will back you up on that."
Oh, well, we're pretty sure we know where he is. We just don't know where he is. We saw him jump into a portal that we saw before, and it's likely that he's hanging out in the actual guild right now. We just don't know where that is.
Victoria speaks up and says, "Which guild?"
The guild that Reil is part of is not exactly friendly, and wanted to, and also has a personal stake in wanting to get our friend here for some reason. We don't know why.
But you didn't answer my question.
Riva, I'll be happy to let you tell him, because I don't want to discuss family matters without your consent.
She speaks up and says, "We believe he's a member of the Xanathar Guild." He says, "Oh, okay, so you want to march right into Xanathar's hideout and deal with her brother, and probably Xanathar and any of his lackeys as well?"
Well,
Yes, I would like to chop that eyeball bastard right in half for what he did to me.
Well, when we see your corpse floating down the river, we'll know why.
Potato, potato.
honestly, I don't really... Honestly, right now I'm still real pissed off at him, so my brain might not exactly be thinking things through 100% clearly. All I know is that I want him in a cell.
I had a timer on and everything, Kelleth.
I don't want him dead. I want him in a cell. Because if he's in a cell, people will see what happens when you break the law.
We want justice, nothing more.
And even nobles ain't exempt from the law.
This is very true, Victoria says. However, if he's staying in Xanathar's hideout, you're going to have a hard time getting the Watch to want to invade.
Well, that seems like it's going to take a bit of politics, frankly. I believe we're talking long game here, long term. As we are now, I do not truly believe we could take all of the Xanathars Guild. Even if the watch was included, it is... I'll tell you what, it hurt. It really hurt.
He says to you as a caster, trust me, I understand. I know a thing or two.
Yes, I assume you do. That thing you did to me last week, it really, really hurt.
that was oh, the what was it, the 7th level spell, I think it was, or whatever it was.
Yes.
What did she do?
What was it? Oh, the divine word. The divine word.
Yeah, that one.
I didn't think I remember that. Damn.
It was like right after he beat up Wilford.
Oh, in the alternate reality.
Yeah, in the for shits and giggles after the stream.
Yes. Because I really wanted to show off my new stuff.
Yeah. The non-canon stuff. Yeah. Well, I know it might not be all that right for me to ask, but why exactly did you come to the Castellans for help?
Because they are a friendly, noble family to my own. So they are our closest friends and the best one to ask.
Well, my dear, that sounds like a good way of thinking.
Can I insight check on that?
Yeah. Are you at advantage for that?
Sorry, no. It was toggle on from last time.
Oh, okay. She seems to be telling you the truth.
Lady Rifa, if I may, what is your plan for dealing with your brother? You came here for something.
A lot of it's family politics, and I don't want to bore you. So just know that I came to seek the aid of a friend of the family. And she kind of gives Raven a knowing look. Who's not here?
Just a second. I'm going to try something.
I'm gonna try something. Leaves. What a rogue move to do.
Power move.
You're such a rogue.
Didn't seem to work.
And I walk away.
I tried calling her to see if realized this might, because she's offline, I didn't even call.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She might show up at 10 thinking that's when we start, because that happened a couple weeks ago, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
So. So Victoria Pike speaks up at this point and goes, "Is there anything else you wish to discuss?"
No, we apologize for barging into your home unannounced. We just are still rather exhilarated from the encounter with Reil and just wanted to get some peace of mind that at least the whole family weren't against us.
No, please, you don't need to apologize. Any friend of the Ilvastars is a friend of the Castellanters. You are welcome here anytime. In fact, in a few days, we'll be throwing a big party.
Well, be sure to not overstay that welcome and not abuse it. Because when you say that someone's welcome in your home at any time, people can twist that in ways that you might not really like. But I'll.
Sunrise to sundown, you're welcome anytime.
Well, we thank you, Lord Castellaner, and
Victoro, I said. Victoro.
I still prefer to call you Lord Castellaner. But if we don't, but if no one else has anything that they would like to say, I believe that we can go ahead and try and formulate a plan for how to find a lovely enemy, I guess we could call him. We're gonna call him a pincushion once we. Well, he'll be more of a pincushion when he's done. When I'm done with him, but he shall be alive. Don't you worry. I shall not kill him.
Well, speaking to Rifa, I would say, is there any information about your brother that you can tell us that could help us?
I've been trying to follow him, but he always just seems to vanish into thin air.
So it would
Oh.
appear.
Well, they do have access to some teleportation. I'm not even sure if it's counted as a spell, but some sort of teleportation magic marked by holes in the wall, and they use some sort of magic ball of some kind that they push into it to activate the portal. It only stays up for a few seconds at most, so if you know where it was that you lost him, those areas are likely to be trafficked by Xanathar's Guild.
That's good to know. I'll keep an eye out next time.
We already know two. We saw a purple thing with tentacles go into one of them, and it seems that she was brought through another while he was captured. Fortunately, we have no idea.
Victoro's eyebrow kind of raises and says, "Purple tentacles? A mind flare? In Waterdeep?"
Yes, yes, one of those ugly, ugly bastards. It. First, we caught it down in, what was it, the Dark Ward, I want to say?
I think
No, it was in the sewers, wasn't it?
Both of them were in the sewers.
Yes.
It just.
And
When we were trying to get the what was his name again? When we were trying to get
Loon.
Yeah, Floon. When we were trying to rescue Floon, it seems that he was mistaken for Raynar Neverember.
And then
What would a mind flare want with Raynar Neverember?
who knows? I certainly do not. All I know is it did what the big eyeball bastard told it to do. And I'm gonna chop its tentacles off just as much as I chop the beholder's eyeballs off. It's a promise.
Well, I definitely wish you the best of luck in your endeavor.
Oh, I appreciate
Would I
it.
happen to know anything about beholders, or at least like in general how strong they are? Like stories about adventurers going up against beholders, and even like high level ones, not really.
I would say make a history check.
Hopefully the DC is low because beholders are a relatively famous monster. Not that famous, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, you only know like the myths that are out there. So
Yeah, just that I know what I know what they look like and all that, but not really. I don't know much about. Oh, well. Question for Alma.
Sheev wants to ask Victoro. Victoro, I just had a thought. Do you know of the store that has a dead beholder outside its door?
it was like a stuffed animal beholder.
Oh, I thought it was a dead beholder.
No, it was a toy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I was
It
about
was
to
a
be
dead
like,
toy.
get them, let's go. They've done it before. Never mind. Reverse.
reverse.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Do you think it'll be a good idea to try and charm this guy? Well, he is a noble.
And he's high enough level to cast a level 7 spell.
Totally charm him.
Nah.
I mean, your effect doesn't really give the indication that they're trying to be charmed, and also isn't technically a spell effect.
This
So,
is true.
I
But
say do it.
I still say stick to your gut feeling and don't, but you know.
yeah, no, I just something tells me it won't go well.
Victoria says, "I think I have something that might help you with your journey. What's your name again, friend?"
My name is Sheev, sir.
It's Chief, and he opens his desk drawer and he pulls out a silver tube, and he hands it to you and says, "This may you find this useful."
Might I inquire as to what it is?
It's a scroll of greater invisibility.
Nice.
Interesting. Well, sir, we very much appreciate this. And Sheev takes a bow, but not too big of a bow, so because he doesn't want to hit him with his collars.
And he's also a noble, so it's like a respectable bow.
Yes.
A noble bow.
It says,
Sheev knows what he's doing.
"Yeah,
A noble to noble bow.
yeah." She knows fully well what he's doing, and Victoria says, "You know, that is a very nice cloak. I have to get one tailor made for myself."
Please don't.
Oh, I wholeheartedly recommend it. While it does make doors somewhat more difficult, it is too grand not to wear it. It is.
I keep forgetting like how big the collar is.
Oh, it's.
I just keep on having that image of like Time Lord collar, how it's wider than your shoulders and taller than your head, and I'm like, God, imagining that.
Oh, I very much hope all the nobles follow my fashion statement.
He says to you, "Who's your tailor? Who made that?" And as you're talking up your collar and your cloak, you do get this warm feeling like kind of wash over your body that Liv totally approves of the flattery.
Well, my friend, if I'm going to be honest, it's not made by any tailor. It is.
I elbow him in the gut. I elbow him in the side.
It is far more special than that. But that is all I can reveal for now.
Says,
And I give him a sly little wink.
"Fair enough. I'm gonna scour the city for the right tailor then."
There was this woman down in, what was it? Where did you get that dress again, Sketch?
Oh, I tell him where I tell him where it is that I got the dress, and I think it was in the. Where was that one again? It was in the like.
Hannah's Goods?
Yes.
It was like near the. It was near the middle right of the map, I believe. Can't remember what ward that one is.
Yeah, that one.
Hannah's Goods.
But yeah, I tell him about that one. They did have some wares that were that appeared to be noble worthy, but it isn't in the castle or here, so
I believe it was in the trade ward.
yeah, it's only in the trade ward, so obviously, as I'm not a noble, my recommendations can only get you so far, but you obviously know your fashion sense better than I do.
I must say, she struck me as the type of woman who could make anything your heart desired.
And question, can I make an insight check now to try and guess his fashion sense?
Sure.
The only answer is good.
19! I got a total of 19.
Looking at him, he is very finely dressed, although not nearly as much a collar as even She's previous collar was. So,
Obviously.
but he is legitimately eyeing She's cloak and like trying to get as much information on it as he can visually, so he can relay it to have somebody try and create a similar one.
Like, obviously you know your fashion sense better than I do, even though Sketch clearly knows everyone's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sketch could spend 30 minutes with someone and find out that they're into BDSM without any kind of talk about it.
Pretty much.
Just wait until I get more points in my wisdom. Oh, it's gonna be good. Please don't have this collar thing catch on.
Oh, once I
please
get
do, but please don't.
once I get
It's too late,
max
Sketch. It's too
charisma,
late.
It's
No, that's why
gonna
I'm saying
be
please do, but please don't.
it's gonna be the next big thing. Everybody's gonna have high collars, but none can have a collar as high as mine. I'm gonna put that into law in Waterdeep.
You don't know what a baby for.
I can become the leader. That's not high enough.
I know it's not. It's like the best I can find for you for a gift. But anyways, welcome to our fashion D&D campaign. You're not wrong, Balthazar.
Welcome to Project Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Today, we're making really high collars.
Oh god, so something I need to think of for Alma.
Right. All right. He says, "Well, if you ever need anything, you know where to find me."
We appreciate it, Victoria. And Sheev turns and walks out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything peculiar about the armor that you mentioned?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Looking at it, it seems to be a normal piece of armor. Do you like go up to try and like inspect it a little closer?
Yeah, I just want to get close and see.
So you get like right up to it, and you just get this kind of weird feeling from it. And Victoria says, "I'd be careful with that. It is enchanted to protect me should anything happen."
Oh, I'm quite sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. I just don't want you to risk getting hurt.
Of course. And I guess
Maggot.
also.
Okay.
I'll just try and actually, can I do you mind if I make a insight check on him to try and guess his true name, just so that I can draw him later? Because obviously drawing out a drawing pad right now would kind of draw some questions while I have free time.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
Yay, 21.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just for later when I sketch him.
Alrighty. Alright. You guys leave Castle Intervilla. Where do you want to go?
Home.
Home. Okay.
What time of day is it?
Actually, no. I kind of want to head by Blackstaff Tower to see Millie to talk to her real quick.
Okay. It's roughly maybe 3, 4 in the afternoon, I think.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
get,
I agree with Sheev. We should also inquire about our enhanced detector.
Oh yeah.
Indeed, yeah, yes. Thank you, Keleth.
You guys can go on ahead. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go home and get changed. And Sketch is still in the dress.
Sheev is gonna throw his old cloak at her. Cause he made me. Yeah, Sketch made Sheev carry it.
It is yours.
No, it's not. This
Yeah, it is.
is mine.
I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna steal the noble's robes.
Well, it's not a noble's robes any longer. These would make for a good disguise, don't you say?
I'm just gonna take it and then head back to the house.
Okay. Alright, so since you guys have officially been there. You can now see where Castle Villa is on the map.
Oh, cool. Ah. Oh yeah, that's real close to the Blackstaff Tower.
Yep. So you guys make your way to the Blackstaff Tower. Anything you guys want to do along the way?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Is my best friend Salazar out right now?
Maybe, maybe not. As you travel towards Blackstaff Tower, you do not see him.
Ah. I think good thoughts towards him.
Okay. Alright, so as you arrive at Blackstaff Tower, you're greeted by the usual clerk sitting at the front desk, letting people in and out. She says, "What brings you to Blackstaff Tower today?"
Well, we have we left an item with Lady Blackstaff. It was an item seeker. We came to inquire as to whether or not it was ready for us.
Of course. You can head on up. I'll let her know you're on your way.
Thank you very much.
You see her kind of write on a piece of parchment and put it up there. It disappears.
Oh, I've got to learn that spell. Any way you can teach a sorcerer like me something like that?
Unfortunately, something like that is only for the members of the academy.
I see.
And Raven instantly perks up hearing that.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna head on up.
All right. So you make your way to Blackstaff's office. As you knock on the door, you hear her say, "Enter." And as you enter, her and Millie are both at the desk working hard on your contraption. She looks up and she just says, welcome back, friends." Millie runs over and gives you a hug.
My dear, how are you?
"I'm doing well. We're just working on this project here. I think we're close to completion, actually."
Fantastic. My friends and I were wondering about that. And I do need to speak with you about something, but that can wait until afterwards.
Very well. And Lady Blackstaff goes, "I told you I was going to let you know when it was done."
I apologize. We've just had a big day. We got a little antsy.
Understandable.
Yes. I almost died again.
As it happens.
Millie kind of looks you up and down and she says, Maybe you should think about retiring.
My dear, I'm not that old yet. I've got a few more adventures left in me.
Well, if you say so, just be safe about it all.
Of course.
Lady Blackstaff seems to be particularly interested. Says, "How did you almost die this time?"
Oh, a bit of business with Xanathar's guild. When I wasn't positive it was about Xanathar's guild. Improper spell usage. It wasn't fun. I got double teamed again. I need to stop going in all by myself.
Millie says, "I'm not into double teaming, so no more."
Of course.
Kid, will you please have someone slap the DM?
That's what you get for all the 420 crap. Lady Blackstaff,
Why are you punishing me for that?
because I can, puts the device down and says, "Who attacked you? That's with the Xanathars. Do you know?"
Yes, and I kind of look at Raven.
She nods her head.
It was Reil Ilvestar?
Yeah.
Ilvestar. Reil Ilvestar. My dear, his older brother. And his friend Aldor. Brutish man. And,
Did Aldo have a last name that we heard?
bastard.
Damn.
She says, "Do you have any proof of this?"
Unfortunately not. But we are going to attempt to acquire some. At this point, it is only my word versus his, so I'm not going to go into any official channels.
I was going to say, my advice to you would be to say something to the City Watch and let them handle it. Because if they find out you're meddling, that could cause you more problems.
I will take this advice into great consideration. Thank you very much, Lady Blackstaff.
Kind of off-topic question,
Yeah.
but how hard would it be for Sketch to learn ventriloquism?
Why?
Just in general, making it like being able to talk without making her mouth move, so that she can, like, one, throw her voice, or two, just in general play audio without without it obviously being her.
Right. You could probably learn how to do that, but that would take some time.
Yeah,
We all know it's so Sketch can talk out her ass.
No, it's so Sketch can say things as Reil without actually, without actually bringing suspicion to her.
So.
And also so Sketch can make Sheev say embarrassing things while Mill's around. Because Sketch can perfectly mimic your voice, and I mean perfectly.
All Sheev has to do is wink.
Sketch can't copy the wink.
Copy anything. Sketch is a changeling.
Can you copy this collar?
Yeah, give me enough fabric and I probably would.
Lady Blackstaff and Millie kind of return back to the device, and they're kind of muttering to themselves, and finally, Lady Blackstaff says, "I think we got it. I think it's done."
Fantastic. Thank you.
She
Thank
says
you.
it should go out to a range of 1,000 feet now, give or take a few feet.
My Lady Blackstaff, that is a vast improvement. It was at what, 100 feet?
500.
Oh, still, that's a vast improvement, my lady. And I think I'm gonna hand that to Balthazar or Keleth, whichever one wants it.
So you figure this was 500 feet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I like that.
That's a huge improvement.
yeah.
I think Khaled should have it. He's been the one that has been on point with it.
Indeed. I wholeheartedly agree. And I hand it to Keleth.
Yeah, now we'll be able to basically cut our time investigating the city in half.
You're damn right.
We could probably spend like 1 day searching the whole city.
As long as it's not tomorrow, because I got stuff to do tomorrow.
You all have stuff to do tomorrow.
Yeah, she has a date.
That he is rescheduling so he can make it to the funeral.
Of course.
Hey, Sheev is a man of his word.
So,
Sometimes.
as they finish up, you see Millie and Lady Blackstaff almost at the same time cast the same arcane symbol, and they both look instantly clean and prepped and ready to go.
Oh, I can do that too. And I cast Prestidigitation.
You were all like, yeah, you just got Eldritch Blast, so you got Eldritch dust on you.
Yeah. So, pick yourself up, and Millie goes, very good, very good.
I'm just imagining you get Nickelodeon slimed.
Oh
Slimed
my-
with a blast.
That is a memory I had forgotten. But how could I?
And she says to Lady Blackstaff, if you'll excuse me. She goes, of course, dear. Thank you for your help. And Millie goes to leave and says, shall we?
Please lead the way.
Okay. So she leads you down a couple floors to a small little area with the door, and she says, these are my chambers here. And as she opens the door, now the doors are probably about 10 feet away from each other, so you expect a smaller chamber. But as she opens up the door, it's easily about 3 times the size of what it should be.
Oh shit.
Oh great, it's a TARDIS room.
Oh damn.
She says, please, come in.
Appreciate it, my dear. And I come in.
Tea or anything?
I would accept a tea.
Okay. She snaps her fingers, and then you see a kettle get filled with water and then placed on a small stovetop. And she snaps her fingers again, and a small little fire lights underneath it. What are you inciting?
Wait, that was me? Wait, when the hell did I... No, that was...
Oh, no, that was from earlier. Like, I saw, typing, and then I looked over, and I saw the inside. I was like, so what are you inciting?
No, I didn't do anything.
Yep, so she points to the chairs, and you guys can sit down if you want. And she says, so, Sheev, what's going on?
Well, my dear, I found out that they plan to bury Raven's father at dusk tomorrow. And I do not wish for our date and the promise I made to Raven to have to clash. So I was wondering if it would be possible for us to get lunch tomorrow instead of dinner.
Of course. That sounds wonderful.
Fantastic. Meet up at Choskull Alley at noon.
Sounds like a plan.
Glorious. Now, how about this tea? What kind is it?
It's a gray Earl Grey tea, and it's very flavorful. And about the time the kettle starts to whistle, and it levitates and comes over to you guys and pours a cup for both of you. And she motions to the rest of you. Any of you would like tea as well?
I would like some.
Certainly.
So tea's poured for everybody.
So, Millie, my dear, if you don't mind me asking, how exactly did you modify that staff? I took a look at it. I had no idea what it was, how it operated and whatnot. And I get the feeling that you're a tad bit more intelligent than I am.
It's not a competition.
Oh no, it's not.
She says, well, it wasn't magically adjusted or anything like that. It just had a radius that would cause it to operate and the umbrella to spin. So what we did is we put a small enchantment on it to help increase the radius. And it took a few tries before we finally got the right enchantment on there, but we were able to get it.
Fantastic. Millie, my dear, you have helped us out more than you know.
Well, I'm glad I could be of service.
Thank you, my dear. And Sheev's given her like a big smile. And it's not like a shit-eating grin or anything like that. It's an actual smile.
She returns her smile in kind.
Yeah. And I guess we're just gonna make small talk
Okay.
while we're sipping tea.
Sounds good. Does anyone want to do anything while Shiva's making small talk?
Question: would they be able to sell here in the Blackstaff Tower spell components to anyone or just to members?
They do sell components to people not part of this tower, yes.
Okay. I was thinking of trying to see if they have anything for the augury spell. It says they can be sticks, bones, tokens. So if they have anything that could help.
I would say they would have the tokens for the augury spell.
Okay. How much would they be?
It would be 25 gold per casting. So, like, if you want to do like 3 castings worth, it's gonna be 75 gold.
Does it just consume tokens? I didn't
You want
think
to
it
bet?
said
I love you. Actually, so yeah, if it doesn't say that they're consumed, well, let's see here. Just take it forever to load.
that. So trying to specially marked sticks, bones, consumer tokens worth at least 25 gold. Doesn't say that they're used up.
Yeah, no, so yeah, so you'd only need to spend 25 gold for it.
Alright, then I'll go ahead and purchase. Subtract 25 gold.
Anything else?
That's it for me. And about everyone else.
All right. So as the day winds down, you guys drink your tea. As you're leaving Balthazar, you're able to collect your spell component that you're looking for. As you leave the tower, what would you guys like to do? The sun is starting to set.
So what time is it? About 6 or something?
It's summertime, so it's closer to 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock. Oh,
Head home.
yeah, I think so. We could head home and try to use the umbrella thing while we're going home.
Yes. How often can we use that?
Oh, it's just you hold down the switch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you literally hold down the switch and it keeps going as you're walking.
And then if there's a nimble ride nearby, then the umbrella starts to spin.
Within 1,000 feet.
Awesome.
The only question is, what route do we take?
I would say that the most direct route, since we're not actively trying to like search the whole city right now.
What about the
I'm
mall?
okay. I'm okay with that route.
That'll cover some distance at least
Yeah.
nearby the house.
Cover a good chunk.
Quite a bit.
Okay. So you guys take off. Keleth, you're holding the little lever to get it to spin and work, and traveling along. Nothing seems to happen. As you guys are passing by the market, you do see a very familiar cart. It looks like he's closing up for the day.
Sheev just waves at him.
He looks at you, waves back.
And I keep walking.
Are you sure you're not ready to buy a wig?
My friend, you and I both know I can't afford that right now.
He kind of chuckles.
Have a wonderful night, my friend.
You as well.
And keep walking.
Alrighty. Okay. So you guys continue to make your way along your path. Until you approach your Trollskull Manor. And as you're getting ready to go inside, Keleth, the umbrella starts to spin ever so faintly.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah. So
Like it
we-
may have gone as far away from our house as we thought it did. So since we sort of cut back down here, if it only activated once we reached our home-ish, then it must be somewhere above us.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Okay. Where do you guys want to start? To the north, west, or east? Well, to the north or east, because you guys came from the west.
You guys also still don't have sketch.
I would say, I want to go in and get Sketch.
I guess we can do that first.
Okay.
Is it getting pretty late at this point? Should we wait until tomorrow morning?
I'll say the sun is going down.
Nah, let's go. Let's go.
The night is still young.
Indeed.
And you guys have a busy day tomorrow.
We have all of our abilities.
Yeah,
But
she
I
was is gonna point at Sketch's room and use message and say,
also still
hey,
don't have my monk shit.
and just say, hey, get your ass down here. We found a clue.
So let's read the, Hey, can you please talk again as she?
God. Get your ass down here. We found a clue. The umbrella is spinning.
I'll come down there when I damn well feel like it, you Ponzi prick. And then that is in Sheev's voice, so you hear your own voice come back.
Let's see here. What's Eldritch Blast's range.
The place has not been renovated yet. Those floorboards are not very good.
No, I don't want to blast up our home.
But during, just like so you know, during this time, I've got changed back into my normal clothes, and I've also been drawing all the new people that I've seen. So I've drawn Victoria, I've drawn all the Elder Stars.
Okay.
3 hours should be plenty of time to get all those done.
Yeah.
Probably more than 3 or plenty of time.
Go ahead and make a check with your painter's tools, please. Okay.
21.
Pretty good paintings. Much better than the very first one of Sheev you've ever done.
Yeah, well,
Never gonna live it down.
I never got another one, did I?
I don't think you did.
I think I've still got crappy sketch ×2 in here. Yeah.
all you gotta do is ask.
So you can make a worse one? I think not.
How funny would it be if he crits one every painting he does of you?
So yeah, I come back down and I'm just go. So what did you find?
I just press down on the little trigger thing. And that's in.
And it's slowly spinning.
That.
Okay. While we were waiting for Sketch to come down, could I take a moment to cast a spell? I'd like to make the ritual for Augury.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's,
Okay.
I just want to see if I have to say as a question or something. Okay. See an omen, otherworldly entity, resolve a specific course of action which you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. Okay. My question will be, if I were to go right now and put a wig on myself, would that be good or would that be bad for me?
If you put a wig on yourself?
Yep. You know what kind of wigs I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh God.
He got a wig?
No, but
No, if I were to go, I would just put one on myself.
If you were to go and put one on yourself, not buy one, not keep one, just put one on yourself.
If, let's try to make more specific. If I were to buy one right now and just put it on myself, would that be good? Would that be bad? Would that hurt me?
it better be goddamn whoa.
That's what I'm thinking.
You get just a feeling of nothingness.
Nothing?
It's not necessarily good, it's not necessarily bad, it's just kind of there.
A wig. It's a wig on your head.
You also didn't specify which wig. Your god, like you, Mace, the DM knows, but your god doesn't. Your god.
His god would know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but would the god? Yeah, anyway, it's a whole.
I might be an asshole, but I'm not that bad.
It's not a genie, alright?
No, wish is a genie wish.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's... You get a sense that it's... One way or the other, it's not necessarily good, it's not necessarily bad. If you were to go and buy one and put one on right now.
Right. Okay.
The second I thought that you were going to ask, if we travel north, will we find our goal?
I mean, I can do that if you give me another 10 minutes.
I mean, I don't want to waste 10 minutes, but...
Hey, that sounds like a short rest to me.
So,
And I can get
Also,
my
like-
warlock spells back.
Also, don't you have, like, if you cast it multiple times in the day, isn't there, like, an increased chance that it's going to be a vague answer?
There's an increased chance of getting a random reading.
Yeah.
If you cast a spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's 25% chance that it's going to be bullshit.
So I guess we can just go. It's not like we're gonna. We can just go north.
Okay. So as you head north, make sure I'm on GM info. Come on. As you start to head north, it stops to spin.
It stops.
Yes.
I mean, the good thing about it being such a big range is, like, and pretty much a constant thing, we can adjust our direction as we go. So,
This is true.
as we start heading more towards this area, more towards the east.
Yeah, following Kellis' little arrow there, as you start to travel down Horn Street, it does start to spin again.
Okay. While Kelleth is keeping an eye on the umbrella, I'm going to keep an eye out to anyone that we see. Although, it would start getting dark now, wouldn't it?
Yes, it is starting to get dark. Perception for you at disadvantage. Keleth, the more you go down Horn Street, the faster and faster and faster this umbrella starts to spin.
Disadvantage, perception.
We're getting close.
Ooh, 7. Neither of those are great.
It doesn't seem like anybody's like following you or anything like that.
Can I make
I was
one?
just more looking. I wasn't really looking to see if anyone was following us. I was just more looking. I was just looking out to see if I could see an Nimblewright.
Oh, no, you do not see any nimble rights.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh,
This-
that's the yawning portal illustration.
Yeah.
I have to slide you guys over to get to the right map.
There's Matt Mercer.
Yep.
Yeah. That is Matt Mercer.
And where is he? Because I know that. Pretty sure that is
Tiberius.
No, that's Joe DiMaggio's character.
Yeah, Archon the Cruel.
Yeah, Archon the Cruel.
Actually, I believe I can give you guys a
There's
handout of
Boots,
this.
And there's Boo.
I don't know these
where-
people.
Yeah.
Where
that's
is
right.
he? I'm trying to find. I'm pretty sure. The. I mean, there's a Mind Flayer.
There's a bastard.
Yep. I'll
I'm trying to
say
find a hat.
the Mind Flayer is Needlelore.
No, that's Clarence.
Where's a hat? Trying to find the fancy hat.
Fancy hat.
There's Drist.
Ah, that's Link. That's the
No, I
guy
don't
from
think
Prince
he's
of
actually in this
Persia.
picture, which is weird.
Where is? I was hoping.
Ah, I found Sketch.
Here we go.
Yep.
The secret is this is actually sketch.
I knew it all along.
Yeah, but koala.
What was his name? It was.
Where did my little sticker go? There we go.
I'm trying to find. Damn it! What was his name again? The guy with the fancy hat.
Zardoz Zord.
Nah.
Yeah.
Jarlaxle.
You know what I mean. Jarlaxle. That's right. Apparently, Jarlaxle isn't in that.
Alrighty.
Now the part where we cannot see.
Oops, hold on. That's the wrong
Dang.
layer. Did I put you on the wrong layer?
Hmm.
Terrible constitution.
I mean, if it starts getting too dark, then I'm just gonna light myself
On
my.
fire?
No, I'm gonna light a lamp.
Oh,
Yeah, because I have some more. I still have plenty of oil, the hooded lantern, so I can at least see something. Oh, there I am. I'm just gonna get myself a torch.
Alrighty. Um,
But kicking for justice.
Alrighty.
You point, I punch.
As you guys approach this villa, the Nimberite detector is going off so well that you know that the Nimberite is in there.
A villa, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like abandoned, or does it look like there could possibly be someone in there?
There are lights inside the house. It does not look abandoned.
Well, I guess we ought to knock on the door.
Question about that spell that you cast to me. Can it be sent to anyone as long as you know the general location of them?
Well, let me think about that.
So through this set of iron gates that are in front of you, you guys can see a yard with several large trees as well as 2 footpaths that lead to a 2-story brick mansion and eastward toward a
can't.
detached coach house. Well, if you had night vision, you could.
I was like,
Well,
I
have a
picked
torch.
SketchUp
there's a
to look
black
over the
wall.
gate.
Okay, there. You can see inside now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, that makes it a lot. Yeah, that's fair. So now I can. And I can just in general see that there's a light in the house. Do you maybe want to see if you can diplomatically get that Nimblewright out here?
She gives Sketch a look of, oh, you want me to finally do this? My dear, I can do a lot of things if you just let me speak sometimes.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you need to, like, I'm assuming that I've picked up on, like, just in general, people start talking to him once they talk to him for a while, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that that spell won't exactly be enough for you to, like, really have your way with him, but... you might
it's
at
not a
least be
spell,
able-
my dear. It is merely my own
I'm talking about the one
lovable
that
personality.
I'm talking about when you, like, how you contacted me at the house.
Oh, a message. Oh, yeah, we do have that, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that weren't exactly,
Oh, sorry, guys.
So
I
what
mean,
exactly
it
does
just
that
acts to the grounds,
say?
but
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are
it'll give us
the
access to the
grounds.
Sheev is looking for an intercom.
There is not one.
You have one. You are one.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, and plus, like, the way the message works is if the target isn't necessarily, like, within the range, no one will still be able to hear it.
That's true. I guess I'm gonna point at the room with the lights on, and use message and say, "Hello there. We have some questions outside. We'd like you to answer."
Okay.
And he's sending it to the Nimble, right?
To whatever's in the in the room with a lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
You get a response, female voice that says, "Come back in the morning. It's late. Goodbye."
I'm gonna send another message that says, "We're here with the Temple of Gond. If you do not come out, we will have to involve the temple and the god. We wouldn't like to do that."
Make an intimidation check.
I have a +7 in that.
Look at that.
She says, "Enter if you dare, but you do so at your own risk."
What?
I try to open the gate.
It is locked.
I throw Sketch over.
Easy enough to do.
Excuse me. Don't like
You don't even need to roll.
You're like
That's
10
like
pounds. I could lift you with a mage hand.
I'm not that light.
Sure she can.
Like, so I am thrown over. I'm just thrown over by Sheev of all people. What even is your strength?
9.
Oh, you got to make a check with a 9 strength.
Damn.
If it was Kellen, I wouldn't be surprised. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
10 feet over the side of that wall. Sketch is now inside.
I just picked up and thrown over.
You are prone on the ground. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh come on!
I can roll 2d6 if you really want.
I point at Sketch and use message. What's it look like in there, my dear?
You can talk to me.
I'm being
wants to
really
use
extra
message.
right now.
I just walk back over. I just walk back over to the gate and try to climb out.
I'm
Okay.
gonna point at her again and I say, unlock, and use message. Unlock the door, please.
I'm just gonna climb over because I'm not gonna like break into this place.
Make an athletics check to climb over the fence.
Oh, come
We
on,
were
there has to be
invited
this
inside.
has to be athletics.
My dear, we were invited
Oh,
inside.
you're right. I don't have my dope ass monk shit. Athletics it is.
Just open the door.
You try to climb the gate and you're just going nowhere.
I can't lift myself up.
So Sketch is stuck in there forever.
I mean, I can get her out, but Sketch, just get yourself out, my dear. And we've been invited inside. At our own risk.
I'm not gonna pick the lock of this place. I'm just gonna go up to the door. I know this is probably a really bad idea.
Most likely.
It was probably a big deal. Yeah. I'm just gonna head over to the door and just knock and say, I really apologize for this, but my friends threw me over the gate and I can't get out.
Well, and I can't get out.
Give me 1 second.
I'll just go
here.
back to the gate. I apologize for any inconvenience.
It's
But I
a
just go
great
back.
idea.
Hold on, don't move.
Oh, damn it.
I told you just to unlock the door, my dear.
You take
How much
50
damage do I
force
take?
damage.
And because I don't have my monk training yet, my AC is only 14.
If only you had your monk things.
Well, I'm sorry, I decided to multi-class while you guys are going into your full levels. Except the sheep. but you at least had a chance to get your shit.
Yeah.
So
I got a cool ass collar now.
You got a fancy cloak and everything.
You're damn right I do.
Meanwhile, I just get calluses on my knuckles.
as you knock on the door and start to say this from behind you,
No! No!
It was bound to happen. Necrotic damage.
5 points of necrotic damage, and you lose 1 strength.
Oh god, no.
And now, as soon as I get the tracker up, I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Hell yeah. And once I get in there, I'm just gonna say, I told you you should have unlocked the door.
Oh shit, that's me. Hang on. The torch doesn't have a turn.
The torch does now.
It is your familiar now.
By the way, how tall is the gate?
12 feet up.
Oh shit.
No, no, no. Oh god, no. Sketch could die here. Sketch could actually die here.
Could have opened that door, man.
Could you give... are we just going to count this torch as Sketch?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So you become a torch now.
Alright, so, Sheev, top of the initiative round, you're up first.
Does Sheev hear anything from Sketch?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm
What
gonna
exactly
use...
did we hear?
The girliest scream in the world.
Yeah, girliest scream ever.
I'm going to use one of my... I'm going to use Eldritch Blast. Do I have to be... Can I see the shadow from here?
Oh, hold on, let me alter my,
Like, I'm assuming that the gate here in the dynamic lighting actually has a, like...
Yeah, it does. So I would
Just, like,
say...
move that, just so at least you can see in, because I'm assuming it's not a solid gate, it's like a...
Yeah, the issue... Okay, yep, they do have it separated. Sometimes they don't have these things separated. It's annoying as hell.
Yeah, any doors they would have separated.
Not always, you'd be surprised. Alright, there. So, can you see the Shadow Sheaf?
Yes.
Then you can hit it.
Cool. Alright, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast. I'm going to shoot one of my lasers at the door and one at the shadow.
At Sketch's door?
Hmm?
The one
No,
that...
this door.
Okay.
To open it.
Alright, so the 21 definitely hits the door. The... Where's my thing? Okay. The 14 does hit the shadow.
Cool.
So 6 points of damage to it. Very nice.
Also letting you know, the shadow will have disadvantage on its next attack. I'm just letting you know this straight up.
Okay. Give me 1 sec, folks.
Oh. Oh. Ah. It scared the shit out of you.
Also, I know what this thing is. I'm not letting this thing hit me. I'm
No.
gonna spend all my turns trying to run away from this thing. I'm not gonna attack it. I'm gonna run.
Just run towards us.
Yeah, run towards us.
But I can't get over the gate.
Girl,
you
I
can try
can
to open it.
levitate you over the gate. I do have that spell. And the spell slots for it.
I can't pick a lock from the inside.
You can
Maybe
certainly
should've
try.
thought about maybe you should have thought about that before flying over the gate.
I hate you all right now. You're about to get killed.
Alright. So, next up is the Shadow.
Yeah, it has
So,
disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Yes.
Disadvantage. So 9
Oh,
hit.
thank God. It misses.
Okay.
It would have missed without the disadvantage.
Nice.
But I can't use the feature anymore.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh
God.
no. Oh no.
That one has just enough movement.
Oh no.
What have you done to me?
So
I say we get the hell out of here.
Okay, and also, why the hell did the DM think that more shadows was a good idea?
Hey, I'm just following the module, buddy. That's on you. So you're the one jumping over the fence to come over here by yourself.
I hate you all.
Straight roll. It's a 13.
13 misses.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. It's a 9. Still
9
misses.
misses.
So.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's gonna do it for the shadows. Kaleth, you're up.
I'm just gonna look at the rest of the group and say, "Somebody get this door open." And then I'm coming up to the door and casting Conjure Animals.
Ooh.
We're gonna have 2 dire wolves run in to try and help.
Nice.
do you get to choose animals?
It's up to the DM's discretion whether or not it is or not, but,
Yeah.
like,
And you can cast them up to 60 feet away, right?
Range 60 feet.
Yeah. So you can cast them all right up on the business.
Nice.
also, aren't direwolves large creatures?
I think they're just medium, aren't they?
Yeah, they're large.
Huh?
Pretty sure.
I've played with direwolves in the Curse of Strahd module. They're large.
Not sure how to roll initiative for those 2 though.
They're just gonna act when you act.
Yeah.
It's just easier that way. They do get to do their attacks though. So can I do this?
I'm checking to see if the wolf stat block has a similar attack.
Direwolves.
They have a bite +5, 2d6 +3.
Direwolves, yes, they do.
Ooh.
So just add 1 to whatever these 2 rolls are. And they will have advantage because they have pack tactics in there. Next
Yep.
to it.
Dang.
That's nice. Look at that.
And then their damage is 2d6 +3, and the shadows also have to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone, unless they're immune to being prone.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Popping this into Kellis journal real quick. Save changes. Boom. All right, you should have a direwolf thing for your that you can actually click and whatnot now.
Got it.
Alrighty. So 15 hits, well 18 hits, 20 hits. They're immune to prone. Are their attacks considered magical?
No, not this. Not yet.
Okay.
Count like the. Oh wait, yeah, because
So go ahead and roll damage for both.
I'm just gonna click the bite one more time just so I get the right.
Yeah, that's
number.
fine.
Of course, it's gonna be a crit though.
Dang.
So 9 damage. Halved to 4. Be careful. Make sure I don't use the wrong minus key or I'll stop streaming. And then 10 damage. Half to 5. Alrighty. Very nice. Anything else, Kaleth?
That's it for right now.
Alrighty. Sketch. Torch, you're up.
Bonus action disengage.
Yep.
Movement 5, 10, 15, 25, 30.
Okay.
And then bonus action movement. Actually, action movement, because dash 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm just going to put my hands on the gate and I say, get me the fuck out of here! Get me the fuck out of here right now!
Alrighty. Balthazar, what would you like to do?
Okay. So how sturdy does the gate look?
Gate looks pretty sturdy.
It survived an Eldritch Blast.
Does it look like it took damage from the?
It looks like it took damage, but it's still a pretty sturdy gate.
Okay, I'm gonna try to bash the gate then. So, I'm
Yeah. I just want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say bash the gate or banish the gate?
bash.
Why not both? That
I think
JPG.
I prefer
Why
the ladder.
Okay, so bonus action, I'll go ahead and cast Shillelagh. And I'm guessing do I need to roll to hit the gate in front of me?
Yes, you do.
Alright.
Still gotta make an attack roll.
Look at that, natural one.
Yeah, unfortunately, you just kind of like you cast Shillelagh on your weapon. You kind of put your weapon in the between the bars and just kind of rattle around a little bit, making some noise.
Take that gate. Can I, as a movement, try to climb the gate? Will that be an action?
It's usually an action, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
Sketch needs all the help he can get. Make a athletics check, please.
I'm not really good at athletics, but let's try it.
Yeah, you try to climb up and you can't get your footing.
That's it then.
All right, Sheev, you're up.
Sheev is going to cast Levitate on Sketch
Okay.
to get her up over the gate.
Yeah, so easy enough. You bring Sketch up over the gate onto the other side.
And I drop her down slowly.
And I don't care. I'm like willingly. I don't care what kind of spell you're casting on me. I'm just letting it happen. It might help.
All right, so Sketch, you are on the other side of the gate. Yep. Alrighty. The shadows are up. They're all gonna attack Wolf A here. Why do I keep exiting my shadow thing? Ain't
You have a shadow thing.
because
You like
there's
shadows.
shadows. Like shadows are fun, don't get me wrong, but I'm actually not the one who put these in here.
Yeah, but I know that you're not the one who put them in here. You said that you're following the module, but why didn't you alter it?
Oh, because I know how much you love shadows.
There's something less deadly.
Like
All it
puppies.
All it takes is 2 hits from these things, and I am dead.
21, 21, and 11. Does an 11 hit your wolf?
It does not.
All right, so 20 or 17 damage to this wolf here.
Got it. And strength reduced by 2. Strength was reduced by 1d4. So
2d4 because it hit twice.
Yeah.
yeah.
2 of them hit.
Total of rolling the dice, 4 strength that loses.
Okay. And just so you know, I have it in the red bubble if you click on either one of those.
Okay. Cool beans. They have 17 strength. Nice.
Dang.
All right. Kelleth, you and your wolves are up. Do your wolves have dark vision?
You know, you think they would, but
It's confusing
No.
to me why, like, actual night predator animals don't have dark vision.
Yeah, I agree.
It entirely baffles me.
Yeah, so their attacks are technically at disadvantage. Or no, they're melee attacking. Never mind.
Okay. Looking to the rest of the group. Are we going in here or not?
I vote no.
No, no. Why did you even ask that? No, fucking run.
I mean, that's where the umbrella took us. Do we not want to see if the nimble right is here?
We can come back in the morning.
He will
Sketch is
probably be
just
gone. Right?
Sketch is just walking now. Sketch is just screw the turn order. Sketch is walking home.
I think it was silly to try to fight them. It'd be silly to try to fight them.
Alright. Then I'll start walking away with Sketch and the wolves can continue fighting.
Okay. Which shadow do you want your wolves to? Do you want your wolves to focus fire one, or what do you want to do?
We'll do 1 and 1. The ones that are right in front of him.
Alrighty. We'll say this one for the one, and this one for the other. The two that they've already hit. 12 just barely hits. The 22 will hit as well. Oh, I'm sorry, 22 and 22 advantage. That's right. So one of the shadows you see just kind of disappear.
So we're actually winning without fighting them.
It's that Eldritch Blast I sent down there.
Totally is.
It's doing big damage.
Alrighty. Anything else, Keleth?
That's it.
Alright, Sketch, you're up.
Run. I would say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sketch is gone.
90 feet of movement.
Sketch just
Nothing else.
bails.
Yeah.
Balthazar.
Well, if everyone's leaving, so I guess I'll go ahead and. Well, we're running away then.
Alright. So next up are the two shadows real quick. It makes a difference if the shadows die or not for something else, so we're just going to play through until they're either dead or the wolves are gone. So 22. Come on. And a 7. The 7 will definitely miss. And reduced by 4. So 8 damage to that wolf and another 4 strength gone. And
Are
next
you
up,
keeping track of him? I can't see him anymore.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do this. Boom, now you can see him. But yeah, I got him. Minus 4 strength. And minus 8 health. Alrighty. Next up are your wolves. Yep, both hit.
Wait, didn't they already go whenever Keleth went?
Yeah, but at this point, you guys are all leaving.
That's fair.
So, just
I
to...
was thinking about sending out some magic missiles for them.
say another shadow dissipates. Yeah, your wolf... Well, actually, just in case. Let's see.
We're still winning without fighting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
So 9 necrotic.
I forgot how little health shadows really have.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of health, but that strength drain is what can be killer.
Yep.
Alrighty. Next up are your wolves. Like, I highly doubt that they're gonna miss this, but once that advantage is gone, it might change. They both hit 7 and
got that.
minus 3. This is looking rough. It's still standing though. An 11? I think that misses. Yeah, it's gone or it has 6 health left. So yeah, so your wolves kill the last shadow. Alrighty.
Cool.
Alright, so you guys are... Where are you guys headed? Back to the Troll Skull?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. So, you guys make
Do
your
you
way...
know that this happened? Like the wolves kill the shadows? Since we weren't here?
I don't think so.
I mean, he had to give the orders to continue attacking. Even if Kelleth was the one that just stayed behind and just, made sure that...
But he also ran. He also ran, so there was no one there actually watching the fight, right?
They said don't issue commands, we defend ourselves.
They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them, no action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions. So yeah, so he would have no, like, you guys all left, so they were able to kill the shadows, but nobody really knows.
And 10 minutes pass, and then they just poof.
An hour.
An hour.
Concentration
they're
costs
just-
10 minutes.
Conjure animals is up to 1 hour.
Conjure animals is up to 1 hour. Sorry, I was
Yep.
looking at levitate.
Yeah, your levitate is gonna be gone, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you guys make your way back to Troll Skull Manor for the night.
Yes. And I sleep. I now have my 5 strength back. Shadows are deadly to me. Shadows may not be... Shadows are still, like, dangerous to everyone else, but they are deadly to me.
Is there anything anyone wants to do before bed?
Cry.
Well, we know that.
Hug sketch.
You hug Sketch, and as you do, the cloak kind of billows around Sketch as well to encompass him. Her.
Thanks. And then I just, you know what? I want to knee him in the dick. Just like get him right, get a real good dick shot in there.
Make an attack roll. If you crit, you gain your level. You gain your monk abilities.
Oh,
Oh,
So
it's not gonna happen.
just a regular.
Just a regular attack roll. Just roll d20.
I'll just roll a 1d20.
Yeah.
It's just /R, right?
Yeah. Or on the left hand side, you can click like the die.
Damn it.
So yeah, so you go to knee him, and the cloak kind of blocks your knee.
Doctor Strange style.
Yep.
Don't throw me over gates again.
Ah.
I'm assuming you were told not to, like, just no. So that means no.
Frankly, my dear, I didn't expect to be able to do it. That was interesting for all of us. At least, I got you out of there safe.
And I just looked to, like, Lev, would you mind at least, like, telling him to not just throw people?
You get this sense that she thought it was funny.
Wait, as in she does or I do?
Left it.
Lefted.
No, as in who gets the sense?
Oh, you get the sense.
I get the sense, and I'm just gonna go cry in my room. And I just go up to my room to cry.
You hear the slight sobbing of Sketch all night long.
Hey, I'm quiet.
That's why I said slight.
I think Alma's gonna fucking kill me now.
All right, so anything else for the night, guys?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I'm ready for my date.
Alrighty. So night comes and encompasses you all. You get the benefits of a long rest. And as you wake up the next morning, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
It's a lovely question.
I'm just gonna stay in bed until I need to get up to go see Alma.
Okay.
Sheev is gonna pound on Sketch's door.
I just don't answer.
You know, something I just remembered I had? Knock.
That would have worked.
Yep.
I can use it next time.
Isn't Knock a 3rd level spell?
It is a 2nd level spell.
Ah.
Yeah. Oops. I guess I didn't need to throw you over that.
Great, so you almost killed me for nothing.
It was for research.
You weren't even close to dying.
And it was fun.
And anyway,
4 away from death.
and anyway,
Not just not unconsciousness. Death. Sketch would have been out of the game.
And you would have been a shadow. And
Ooh.
that could have led to some very interesting narrative things.
No, it wouldn't have. It would have led to sadness.
Well, maybe you.
it was your fault for not picking the lock in the first place.
That is true.
You've only yourself to blame.
Yeah, I will warn you guys ahead of time. Should your character die in my campaign, expect it to be a baddie in some way, shape, or form later on. If it's a possibility. Because that's just so much fun. I mean, if it's not like let's say you get melted by a purple worm, okay, yeah, you're not going to become a bad guy, but you get the idea.
But if you
I
die
bet.
by zombie, guess what? You're gonna fight zombie.
So,
Anyway, I just spent like all day just curled up. I just spent it most in the morning just curled up in bed, and then once it's time for me to get up to go see Alma, I get up and just.
okay. So you make your way to the yawning portal. Does anyone else want to do anything in the morning?
Nah, nothing special except for make myself look nice, clean my room up a bit, you know.
Easy to do with the abilities at your disposal.
Yeah.
I would like to go to the House of Inspired Hands and learn more about guns.
Oh.
Okay. Make a roll a d20 and add your intelligence to it. So yeah, make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence. Oh my god.
It's not something you're familiar with. So the concept of the schematic seems to keep getting is beyond your grasp, and you just can't quite get it. Like,
Could I ask one of the monks or the librarians to see if they can sort of help me?
there's only so much they can help you with. It's one of those things where you'd be better off seeing an actual one that you could take apart to like see the more intricacies than just looking at the schematic.
Okay.
And that's why we should have kept the gun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Both of them.
Do they have any books for sale relating to this, to weapons and the like that I could buy?
Roll a d4 for me.
A D4. Natural.
There is one book that you think might be what you're looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna ask if it's for sale, and then how much.
It is 25 gold pieces.
25. I believe I don't have 25 though. Check here. Could I ask for a discount for a fellow member of the clergy?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm just grasping at straws here. Persuasion.
Let me see. Sorry, something like that we can't let part with for anything less than 25 gold.
Of course, I do understand. I guess I'll just pray a little bit, then go back home.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I don't think so. Just waiting on everybody to get back so we can try and find that nimble right.
Okay. So Sheev, noon arrives, and there's a knock on the front door.
I open it happily.
And in front of you, you see a halfling person.
A halfling?
A halfling. Says, I've got a message for a Balthazar.
Is Balthazar still out?
Yes, Balthazar is still out.
I say, Balthazar lives here, but he is out right now. Can I take that message?
Thinks for a second, looks at you and says, sure, sign the scroll.
I sign the scroll.
Okay. You sign the scroll rolls up, he puts it away, and he hands you the letter.
I see. I don't open it. I leave it on the counter for Balthazar.
Okay. The halfling takes his leave, and shortly thereafter you see Millie come around the corner, heading in your direction.
I invite her in, I guess.
Just, what a gentleman, already waiting with the door open for me.
Of course, my dear. I tell her, and might I say, you look gorgeous today.
Thank you. I figured I would dress up a little bit for this. And she's wearing this elegant, kind of like a dark forest green and navy blue dress.
I'm wearing my my cloak, of course, with my hair slicked back as per usual, because I am gorgeous always.
Okay. So she says, where do you want to do lunch?
I was thinking that you should decide because, frankly, I've not been in WaterDeep for very long, so I'm not well acquainted with the restaurants around here. I was wondering what your favorite place might be.
She thinks for a moment and says, I got the little place. Yeah. So she puts her arm under yours and starts to lead you towards, looks like you're heading to the castle ward.
Fantastic.
Start rolling up a new character.
I got 20s in every stat.
So,
Are we calling it that now? Getting saved?
I like it.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're just lucky the sketch didn't sneak into your room and throw you out the window.
Lev would have never let that happen. You gotta think, I've got my own guardian angel now.
So,
A group of assassins.
So,
So she leads you towards it's on the border of the Castle Ward and the Sea Ward, a restaurant, by the name of, shit, what do I have? Gotta get my notes up, of course. Salty Pete's. I'm surprised it's not a 420 joke. You guys are ridiculous. You're all rocks falling, dies, new campaign, you're done. Screw y'all.
So we all need a Winnie Hutchins.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm still mad at you for bringing shadows back into this and not taking mercy.
It's called Gromir's Grub.
Gromir's Grub.
She says, "Don't let the name fool you. It's really the best food in town."
My dear, any food I get with you will be amazing.
She kind of looks and says, "You're such a kiss ass, but I love it."
You're damn right.
As you walk in, you see a very large orc behind the bar, kind of like issuing orders and things like that, and calling back to the cook. He says, welcome to Gromir's Grub. I'm Gromir. What can I do for you today?
Table for two, please, sir.
Of course. And a small goblin actually comes over and escorts you to a table.
I, of course, pull Millie's chair out for her.
Okay. Sits down and looking at the menu that you're given, there's no seafood on it.
Okay.
Which strikes you as odd for a harbor city.
I say to Millie, I'm actually quite surprised. There's no seafood or anything around here, being as we're so close to the Sea Ward.
There's a reason for that. To Gromir, anyone can just go get a fish and put it on the table.
That is fair.
To get real tasty food requires skill.
Fantastic. Well, then, I'm excited for this meal. And for the company.
She kind of blushes and says, "Oh, you." So there is, looking at the menu, there's like rock egg and like there's moose and broth and mountain snake dishes. Just a whole bunch of different dishes that you've never really seen before. They're kind of exotic and exciting.
I'm gonna get the moose, because, like, IRL, moose is fantastic.
Oh, I love moose. It's so good.
It's amazing.
Okay. And Millie places an order as well. It's Kella's cousin. So the food is brought over to you. Wine or ale or wine or whatever you prefer is poured, and you bite into it, and it's at first you're like, this is nothing, and then the flavor just hits your tongue, and it's almost a feeling of euphoria as you eat this moose, and it's so delicious. It's like nothing you've ever had before in Waterdeep, or Neverwinter for that matter.
Yeah, I guess there's not very many meese out in Neverwinter.
A moose once bit my sister.
Don't have that problem down here in Tennessee.
It's from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh.
In the beginning
yeah.
credits.
Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about that. Where they're going on and on about the subtitles.
Yep.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
It's one of my favorites.
It's a good movie.
But anyways. So yeah, it's one of best ones you've ever had. Best meals you've ever had.
I'm keeping that in the notes. I'm keeping that in the book.
But
Look in the general Discord.
oh, I have my stream fire up. Oh boy,
I'm keeping that in the book.
you guys are
Just
ridiculous.
so I forever remember, this is the second time the DM tried to kill me.
I did not try to kill you.
You actively brought shadows to fight Sketch. 3 of them against Sketch alone. The character with 5 strength. All it takes is 2 hits from those, and I am dead.
Are you actually dead if your strength drops to 0?
Yes,
Yes.
it actively says
Oh,
if your strength is knocked to 0 by this attack, you die.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. That's why he hates me, because he has like what 3 strength.
That's why you hate shadows so much.
Yeah, like shadows could
That's
really
why I'm
mess him up.
scared of the-
He could be level 20, and a shadow could kill him in 2 turns.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. But after taking a bite and obviously chewing everything up and swallowing to make sure he doesn't talk with his mouth full, he says, "My dear, this moose is just divine. This is some of the best food I've ever had."
That's why it's the best, most expensive place in town.
I can see why. What did you get, my dear?
She shows you it's like a weird looking snake on a platter, kind of coiled around a large egg. She says, "I got the roc's egg, of course.
Ah, how's that?
It's delicious. Want to try?"
I would love to. Would you like to try the moose?
Of course. And she cracks open the egg, and the yolk kind of covers the plate, and she dips a snake in it to eat the egg.
Ooh, interesting.
So,
I guess Sheev's gonna cut off a bit of snake and do the same.
yep. And not as good as the moose, but it's still a very delicious, very exotic tasting dish.
Sheev is gonna use Mage Hand to use a knife to cut his moose and feed Millie with it, Anakin and Padme style.
Oh boy. Okay.
Because I just want to be that extra.
Okay. Yeah. She kind of giggles at it. It's like, that's a silly use for mage hand, but like, it's kind of adorable.
My dear, I'm sure you'll find many things I do are silly. But if you can't enjoy your life, then why are you living it like that?
That's a very valid point.
I appreciate that. Of course, I mean, there's always going to be hard times from time to time, but you've got to find joy in almost everything you do.
That's why I put in so much time at the academy.
That's wonderful. I had trouble finding joy in things as a child, but as I've grown older, gotten friends, found somebody I truly believe I connect with, joy is easier to find.
It always is with someone close to you.
I give her a very strong smile because I'm happy.
She smiles back.
I'm gonna keep eating my moose.
Mm-hmm. So, as the two of you finish your meal, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, cool. I've got like a +1 in that. Hey, I've got proficiency in it. Woo!
Yeah, enough. Like, it's the euphoria from eating this is almost too much, but you're able to contain yourself.
I'm a nobleman. I cannot let euphoria get to me.
Let me see here. Real quick. Millie seems to be getting a little bit more giddier as the meal progresses.
Sheev says, "Is it the egg or is it me that you're getting so happy?"
She kind of looks at you coyly and says, "A little bit of both."
My dear. Oh, behave. I'm really having trouble not making an awesome this entire thing.
Right? Oh boy. While they're having lunch, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try find Alma.
Mm-hmm. So you make your way to the yawning portal,
Yes.
and you see Alma sitting in the booth waiting for you.
I go over.
Ah, Sketch, my dear. It's been a few days.
Yeah, it has. I just give Alma a hug.
She's like, "Oh, this is unexpected."
I almost died again.
Ah. Mood.
Yeah.
This one's not my. This one wasn't me though. It was the goddamn idiots.
Maybe you should come
You're
back
the
to
one
the
that went to the door.
monastery.
You went to the door.
Hang on, no, you're not here, damn it. I did a speech during your roleplay.
Sorry.
Sorry, what
I
did
just
Alma say?
can't have my name slandered like this.
It's not slander, it's fact.
No, it's not. I told you that
almost
takes a
killed me.
lot.
Oh
You
boy.
almost got yourself killed.
You threw me over.
Oh. Luckily for the disadvantage. Alma says, maybe you should come back to the monastery and give up the city life.
I just look up there and say, you do realize that they're probably going to kill me the second I step foot in there, right?
I can protect you to an extent.
I still don't trust that place. You know what they're like. They gotta make sure that everyone's all perfect and it's the best example of the race. I don't trust. I'm not fit to stay there.
Maybe not. But the matter of your training needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
There is somebody here who could help you.
Who is it?
His name is Flam.
Okay, for a second I thought you said Flan, and I was like, hang on, fucking Floon? No.
I was thinking Courage the Cowardly Dog, Flan.
Yep, no.
Flam.
Up on Mount Waterdeep, which you would know. Let me bring you over to this city view. Which you would know to be to the south, like in between the dock ward and the castle ward. Maybe so you could actually just see that. Boom! I should have done that earlier.
Okay, so I'm going to that.
Yeah, so up on Mount Waterdeep, there's a small hut that Lamb lives in. He is a skilled and renowned monk.